Hello and welcome to this video. I just wanted to share something really interesting with all of you. This is really tuning into where we're at now with manifestations and what's possible. So I know it's been a long time since I've been on this YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, it has transformed. We are at Into the Fire, wellness, counseling, coaching, all these good things. So I just wanted to come on and say hello and as well to share with you a little bit about what's been coming up for us as we're entering Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. There's a lot of transits, a lot of things going on coming up. So right now, I just want to say that if your manifestations aren't working, if there is something getting in the way of you being able to call in all that you dream, that you desire, then this video is for you. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, there'll be lots more videos where this comes from. And my name is Nikki. I'm super grateful to be here with all of you watching this video today. So thanks for being here. So I just wanted to share something really powerful about this time. So right now we are being invited to look at our personal life, to see and understand a restructuring process that is going on. There is a transformation that is going on within us, all the way from within to outside of ourselves. And as we are coming into congruence, coming into integrity with ourselves, with our gifts, with what it is we're here to do, some of these things of our past, some of these unprocessed elements, some of the sort of densities and the darkness within our experience are coming to light. So if this is something that resonates with you, if you feel like this is totally what's been going on for you, then you are in the right place. So what I want to say about this really, really strongly, what is coming through is that if your manifestations haven't been working to this point, if there feels like there's something blocking or getting in the way, it is because there are elements from your past, some of these darker aspects that need to be flushed out, that need to be resolved before you can step into those places within your human experience. So with that, really what's coming up for a lot of people, and of course we are in this transformative energy of Pluto. Pluto itself really is the space of transformation, of personal authority, of identity. And because we're going into this Capricorn, this 10th house of the zodiac, we are also examining career, reputation, perception of ourselves in the world. So these are big elements of creating abundance, of what we call in, right? So basically with that, what I can say about this has been really strong for myself and people that I know is that people in the space of Capricorn, especially people that have Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, Capricorn could be in Pluto, could be in some of the other transiting planets. And by no means am I going to like focus solely on astrology with this video, but I think that it's relevant because this energy is something that has been going on off and on for the last almost 10 years, 8 or 10 years. And we are coming out of the final phase of this Capricorn influence, and we actually won't see it again in our lifetime. So for those who are truly struggling to come out of a state of basically like focusing on manifesting certain things, you want to call on certain things in your reality, there's certain pieces of the puzzle that don't seem to be fitting. Again, it is to me at least, knowing that this is a time to go through the deeper elements of ourselves, of our identity, of what we feel to be true for us, any kind of subconscious patterns, any kind of insecurities, fears, doubts that are holding us back from that success, from that recognition, from that deeper state of what we're here to do and how we're able to show up in our authenticity. So I would say, if anything, if you're having trouble manifesting and something isn't working, then there is a solution and a key to all of this that is related to this depth of self. So basically, by going into that depth of self, by being able to really understand and go into the well-being of our life, our life's purpose, like maybe there's something around, our inability to create this abundance in our life, it's going to be tied to those fears. It's going to be tied to those insecurities. It's going to be tied to those feelings of not feeling good enough or not being able to do certain things. So what we really want to do in this space, and I think what is the solution to this, especially if you're feeling that there is a big block around this, you want to really think about confronting some of these challenges around our worthiness, around, what it is that you feel you are in or not in control of. So this is really, really significant in terms of what we want to call in and attract, and what it is that we are blocking, because when we are in a state of control, or if we feel like we don't have the power, then source, creator, the universe, whatever it is you might refer to, it only wants to match to us what it is that we think is in our reality. So if we are not really embracing that sense of feeling that we have the power, that we are strong, that we are leaders, that we are here to show up in certain ways, then in reality, we will have that. We will have a lot of that, because the universe doesn't know the difference between when we're saying we don't want something and when we actually want something. A good example of this is that, I don't want to, have this back pain, or I don't want to have this headache, or I wish that I could have something different. Those are still energies of the things that we don't want. And if we say, oh, I really don't want this thing, then the universe just hears that we want that thing, and that because we don't want it doesn't hear the don't part. It just hears and feels the energy that we are spending on that thing. So hopefully that makes sense. And so really with this, I invite you to think about manifestation as the ability to explore the connection between these parts of ourselves, sort of the fear and the limiting behaviors, the beliefs, all of those patterns, and to understand what connection that has between where we are now and our success and our abundance and how we identify and how we show up in the world, and some of those things that we might be holding on to. So there is a connection there. There is a connection between our fears, our unresolved issues, and how success and abundance is coming into our lives. So if this resonates with you, I really want to hear in the comments what it is specifically that really comes through for you when I say that. When I say that our self-worth, our sense of identity, our fears are associated to how abundant we are and what kind of manifestations are coming or are not coming into our life. Because if we are really stuck in that pattern, if we're really stuck in that place behind us in the past and not being present with now, with where we are now, then we can get stuck in a loop of that energy and that frequency being stuck in the past. And so new things and sort of this emergence of the abundance that we want in our life is going to have a difficult time coming through. So really what I invite you to do is to, really tune into your heart, tune into the place within yourself where you can say, show me what it is that I need to see within these patterns, within these, fears or these limiting behaviors, because what's on the other side of that for you is abundance and manifesting the reality, the life, the experiences, the opportunities that you are here to experience. So, really, the big lesson here is it's time for you to embrace transformation and to surrender, to let go of resistance, to surrender. So, really, the key lesson of this time, of this Capricorn sun, this Pluto retrograde, this eclipse that's coming up, all of these things that are going on in our planetary reality, in our awareness, in the space of energetic transits of planets, the planets have an influence on our planet, they have an influence on our energy. So, with that, this energy itself is helping us to embrace transformation, to let go of those things from the past, and to say, oh, like I can just lean into this. I can surrender into this. I can be okay with not knowing what is going on here. Because sometimes the not knowing can actually give us an opening of possibility, potentiality, and be able to really work forward rather than staying backwards, staying stuck in the past. It's almost like, you're driving a car and your wheel starts spinning and you're in the sand or something, you're trying to drive and you're stuck in sand or you're stuck in mud and the wheels just keep turning and turning and turning, and you're going to have a really hard time moving forward because there is something pulling you down and keeping that wheel from actually catching and being able to have the forward motion, to have that inertia carry towards where it is that you want to go, right? So in that same example, we can think about that as our car being in the resistance, and by surrendering and being able to embrace those fears and be able to understand the things that are holding us back, then we can kind of move forward and really just come into that personal power, that strength within ourselves, and to trust the abundance that is coming. So if you feel that there is something getting in the way, like I've said this whole time, the biggest thing is to surrender, to let go of the resistance, and to trust. And those are things that Source Creator, the universe, love the most, because the energy of that opening of surrender, of like, I just give it all to this higher power beyond myself, that creates an opening of possibility, rather than, I don't know, I'm fearful, I have no idea what's up next, I'm not really feeling open to this, like I have all these things that I'm ruminating or thinking about. And so we're not focused on now, we're not really focused on anything other than what's behind us. So by coming into a state of surrender, of just being open to what's possible, then we can have those matches of, for example, maybe it's just an abundance of connections, of community, of, anything that we want to call in. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments what it is that you are calling in. But these things really matter, and the universe will show up for you as much as you are showing up for those openings and those sort of those spaces, like we have to let go of something to create an opening or a space for something else to come in. So if anything, I hope that this time for you is a time of profound transformation. If you are able to really deepen into this space of confronting your fears, of confronting your emotions, of really seeing that these things are here for you to move forward with rather than them pulling you down and getting you stuck, then this time will be so fruitful. It will be so abundant for you. And I trust that fully for you, because I'm feeling that in the collective, in my own experience, with people that I work with, people that I am here in sacred space with. So really, I just hope that this transit and this time gives you strength, empowerment, and alignment within who you are, your true self. So that's all I had to say for today. I hope that this helps you in your manifestation journey. If you want to hear more about any of these topics, whether it be embodiment, empowerment, if you want to learn more about energy medicine and all the beautiful things that we have here at our disposal to tap into, to resonate with, and to call in from Source, Creator, Spirit, all that is, whatever it is that you believe, come back again next week and we'll have lots more to dive into. Thanks so much. Enjoy this eclipse time that we're in coming up tomorrow, Tuesday the 17th, sometime around 8 or 9 p.m. in the Pacific time zone, North American time, probably around 12 midnight or 1 o'clock in Eastern time zone. So enjoy this time of going into the darkness, going into that density, to emerge and come through in your abundance, in the power of your manifestations. I believe in you. You're amazing. And thanks for coming and walking into the fire with me. Have a great night.